So here we have the Ford Tourneo on a 19 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you inside the boot, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls from there. As we approach the boot, you can see that we've got reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well. It's a 7-seat vehicle. So over on the right hand side you can see the amount of boot space you'd have if you had both rear seats folded up, and on the left how much boot space you'd have as a 5-seater. Just briefly before climbing in, I also think it's well worth seeing the amount of space you get in the back of this car. So this is what would be the middle row of seats as a 7-seater. To fold the seat down, just grab that handle and it will pull down, and as you can see you get loads of space in the rear as well. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left hand side we have the rev counter, and on the right hand side the speedometer. In the middle at the bottom we have the fuel gauge, and it'll also show you what gear this car is in down there as well. And then above that, a digital readout for the speedometer. You can change information displayed there using buttons on the steering wheel for various different things, from phone to audio, and your trip computer information as well. If we back out to the steering wheel, the buttons I was using to do that are here, beneath which we have cruise control and speed limiter. Over on the right hand side we have stereo and phone controls. Over in the center is where you can control your stereo, for example, so you can turn it on from here and adjust the volume. It's also where you can pair your phone by pressing that button and following the instructions on screen. And you can access your different ways of listening to music as well. So you can see here with the radio we have AM, FM and DAB radio. If you want to listen to your own music you can do. We have Bluetooth audio so you can stream your music wirelessly, and we have USB input as well. Working our way down, we then have dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the driver and passenger temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed and determine what direction you'd like the air distributed in. When you're happy with those settings, that button turns your air conditioning on. It will turn it off again as well, of course. You can recirculate the air that's in the car. That's a great way of heating it up or cooling it down quickly depending on the temperatures that you've set here. Or hit auto and the car will do all the work for you to maintain those temperatures. You can override it by making any manual adjustment you wish to. We have a heated rear screen and a proper heated front screen. This button will turn off the stop and start. This car is designed to cut out when it's stationary in traffic to save you fuel. That system is now off. We can turn off the traction control, put the car in eco mode. We have the gear lever for the fully automatic gearbox, and then a 12-volt charging socket with USB input just there. This car also has a full panoramic glass roof. There's a button up here that will open up the sun blind, and as you can see that lets in a huge amount of extra light into the car. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.